Hello and welcome to Leatt LIVEmaniacs for the fourth and final day of the 21st edition of Red Bull Romaniacs. We are here at Guștărița for the final hill climb, where we will bring you action from the riders of all the classes as they try and conquer this iconic hill climb before making their way into the finish under the Red Bull Arch to be crowned warriors of the most extreme enduro event in the world. There are so many people who have come out to come and see it and watch the heroes of their sport conquer the hill climb and come into the finish line. If you're in Sibiu and you're not here, you're missing out. You have to get down here. So let's go across. We can have a look at the flyover of what the riders had to conquer before making their way here into the finish of Guștărița. So from the start, they've got a fairly easy warm-up before getting into some really tough sections. They will then make their way to the Arena Platoș, where the service point will be, to get some rest and recovery before taking on these last few climbs. We have Wolf's Nest, which is one of the most difficult climbs that we've had featured a couple times here, with some beautiful scenery from there before making their way across the flatlands and here into the arena. If you missed yesterday's action, we've got a great clip for you to see, so you can have a look at how the riders went on yesterday and just what they had to conquer to make it into the last day of this year's event. Here's Mario Roman. He's made his way into the arena. Mario is on an absolute charge today because the time difference between him and Tadej Kovačev for second and third is so close. Come on, Mario, let's go. Mario is one of the best hill climbers of all the riders, and you can see there, just look at the skill of the man. Absolutely flying up the course. Tadej is now just at the bottom of the hill climb. These guys are so close together. The time difference between sort of from second place to fifth has been really close this year, but we've seen a dominant display once again from Manuel Lettenbichler. He had a lot of time in his back pocket, so he just is taking it a little bit easier today. Make sure all he needs to do is bring it home. We've got a few up and downs, so once they make their way up that hill climb, it's not over. There's still a few up and downs to go before making it over the massive freestyle jump into the Red Bull Arch. Mario firing it up now. Just listen to the sound of that bike. Super over the ledge there, just like nothing for Mario. He's got 2 more little loops to do. 2 more up and downs. Here we go. Mario up over this little wooden ramp. Oh, beautiful speed. We saw in the 2023 edition that some of the riders were taking that ramp and jumping it a little bit too high and losing all their speed on the landing and not being able to make it up. But Mario's just about here. Absolutely outstanding performance from Mario over this event. On day 1, he was in 2nd place, which sort of cemented his position on the podium, and he's just managed to manage that gap to the others. So come on, Mario, here we go. Everybody welcoming him. Outstanding from Mario. We wait now for Theodor Kovachev to be scanned into the finish line as well before we can make any provisional results of what our podium's going to look like. And Mario he's worked so hard. You know, he's had a few misfortunes over the past few years, but this year he's been on form and on point at almost every event. He's definitely going to be a contender for the overall FIM World Hard Enduro Championship before the end of the year. Let's go down to Graham with Mario and get some impressions from him.
Okay, man, how was it? Did I make the right choice to pull out?
Yeah, it was really tough, especially day 3 and 4. It was the level increased a little bit, and yeah, we suffered a lot, but I'm super happy to be fighting for the top positions.
Did you see any of the other guys then today? Or?
Not really, just in the service I see Theo, but I rode my own the whole day, very good.
You pulled a bit of a gap.
Yeah, I don't know, like I think Theo is like 2 minutes before me, so it depends. If he make mistakes in the Gusterita, maybe it's possible.
Yeah, he's just arrived now, but incredible day.
Yeah.
You think you've won the day? Or?
I think Theo, if he doesn't make mistake, he's gonna win, and me second. But yeah, super happy.
Has it been the toughest year ever, do you think?
Maybe yes, bro. Super technical.
Good job, man.
Thank you, bro.
So great to hear from the legend Graham Jarvis there with Mario, 2 greats of the sport. And while they were talking, we saw Theo. So this is Theodor Kovachev now coming down to cross the finish line. He absolutely smashed that hill climb. And as Mario said, he thinks that Theodor is going to win the day today. So from the time checks before getting here, Theodor was the fastest on the road. And looks like he's going to take another win. So, you know, he was the winner of day 2 as well. And it just goes to show how consistent he is to make sure that he is on the podium. Hey, Santi. Good to have you back, man. How's it been out there?
Thanks, man. I just came back from Wolf's Nest. Yeah, it was nice to watch the guys going really good. Mario, really good.
Mario was fast on the Wolf's Nest, you said?
Yeah, I would say like 5-minute lead.
Wow, that's quite something. And the reports that we had from our spotters out there was that once they'd made their way down from the Wolf's Nest and across the flatlands into Sibiu, Mario was on another level, just absolutely flying.
I can imagine. I was trying to catch up with them on the asphalt, but there was no chance for me.
Yeah, these guys are just too good these days. You know, when our track director Teo is milking the racetracks for these guys, along with Santi and Mowgli and the other guys, it's quite difficult actually to make tracks for them, because you look at something and you think it's impossible, and then they just do it, you know.
They just show up and then it's just easy peasy for them.
So this is Manny now, Manuel Lettenbichler. He's come into the arena. He's had an absolute dominant display. He's got plenty time to play with in his back pocket. Let's take a moment here and just watch him as he goes up this iconic hill climb. So Manny clearing that hill climb so nicely. You see how he just took the middle line up the jump and soaked up that that big, it's actually like a vertical rock face there, soaking it up so that he can get some good drive out. Manny is 4 times now the winner of Red Bull Romaniacs, chasing down that title from Graham Jarvis, who has 7 wins. Looks like Manny's going to make it win number 5 and etching closer and closer to the great. After Manny, we should see Wade Young coming into the arena. Wade had an outstanding day 1, finishing in 3rd place. And then again on day 3, he was 3rd once again, but unfortunately for him, losing too much time to Theodore and Mario on day 2. But he's been pushing really hard on this day 4 to try and close that gap and get back on the podium. Wade, of course, was the youngest ever winner of the Red Bull Romaniacs back in 2018 at the age of 22.
Yeah, Wade was really fast today as well. I tried giving him a follow cam down Wolf's Nest, probably the shortest follow cam of his life. And there you see Manny just blasting it up there. Oh, a little bit of a struggle on the last little bit.
And we saw Mario when he got there, it took sort of 2 or 3 seconds just to have a look at it and line it up before firing up there. So maybe a little bit of haste from Manny. He just wants to get into this finish line now, where he will be crowned the 5th winner of the Red Bull Romaniacs. We have a lot of up-and-coming young talent. I can tell you in the silver class, the top 3 have had a real battle. There were only 2 minutes separating from the silver class, where Chris Birch was in 3rd place. Manny jump. You see, I launched over that wooden jump there so nicely, not even pausing for a minute. He's going to be in the finish in the next couple of seconds. Awesome shots from our drone here, Santi. It just shows all the different levels that the riders have to get up and down.
It does, it does. It's just like a tiny little prologue again, but more dirt.
Yeah.
And it's really fun to ride this stuff. You can see it. Manny is enjoying himself.
Let's watch him as he comes over the freestyle jump. Oh yeah, showboating for the crowd. And here he is. Manuel Lettenbichler is the winner of the 21st edition Red Bull Romaniacs, taking his 5th title. He's absolutely stoked. So let's go down to Graham Jarvis. He is with Tiero Kabachev in the finish line.
Incredible ride today. How was it?
Yeah, it was an intense day. Mario was pushing a lot to get the 2nd overall, and me as well. But finally, in the end, I got it, so I'm quite happy.
Yeah, incredible. You've won 2 of the 4 days, and you're proving that Manny's not unbeatable. And but what question I want to ask, what could you have done more on the first day? Do you think you could have...
Well, I think that Manny is super technical, and on the very, very hard parts, he makes a gap. And I have more to work towards this direction, but I'm improving, you know, step by step I'm improving. And I'm quite happy with how everything went.
Nice one. Cheers. Well done.
But let's go down to Graham with Manny.
Incredible ride again. Well done, sir. How was it?
Not too bad, man. I'm still trying to catch you with the wins, but still not there. But
you have plenty of time. But how tired are you? We want to know that you're actually a little bit tired at least.
I am pretty tired, man. I'm like, the last 3 days I was struggling so much, and actually the last like 20 k's into the finish now I felt better again, and I think that you always find some lost energy to push really into the finish. These guys rode unbelievably good today, so I couldn't go this pace, but yeah, stoked with the riding, stoked with like a 5th win in a row, man. And
yeah, well done, incredible, sir. Even the young guys are tired, makes me feel better. Tough.
I hope so. I hope so.
Wade just looking at this drop off here, doesn't want to take any risks now, right at the finish line, just letting the bike drop down there. That the sand at the bottom is pretty soft, so I suppose he doesn't want to jump off there and risk going over the handlebars. He's been fighting now for 4 days in the mountains, so he doesn't want to risk it this close to the finish line.
Yeah, and I would say this year 4 extra tough days. Just because of the length of the tracks, day 2 and 3 just got it out of him.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really long days in the saddle for all of the riders at this year's event. Wade weaving his way down here before he makes it up to fire it up for the hill climb. So come on, let's listen to Wade now as he goes up this hill climb. Let's hear the sound of that 2-stroke machine. Oh, lovely stuff.
Nicely.
Wade getting such nice drive there. That's really well ridden. And it's great to see that all the classes now, or all the riders from all the classes are giving this hill climb a go, because I can tell you it is so steep and there's not a lot of riders that have been up here. So to make it up there is really something special.
Makes you feel like you really know how to ride.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. But yeah, all the respect to these people, like bronze, silvers, they're all giving their best, trying to get up there.
And there are a couple of little escape lines where they can sort of jump out if they don't make it. So they can have a look, fire it up, and then take the jump out at one of the X-strip lines or the 100% lines or Milwaukee, and then make their way across the little zigzags and into the finish line. Wade now making his way up to that long traverse where we saw Manny make that small mistake. Wade backing it up now, just like we saw Mario do before he fires it up.
Also quite tough starting in this kind of a sand. It's still okay now, I would say, but after a few more riders it gets softer and softer, and the guys will have a little bit more of a struggle up there.
So come on Wade, let's go, you're nearly there, boy.
Yes.
Wade has been fighting for the podium the entire race. One more climb for him over that wooden ramp.
Nicely done.
And now he's going to come down into the arena to do the motocross jumps, and Wade's got a bit of a motocross background, so let's see if he's going to give us a little knack or can or something over that freestyle jump.
Maybe a big whip.
So here we go, Wade Young making his way to the finish line. He will be in 4th place overall in the gold class. Outstanding result for Wade.
I'm sure he's glad to be back in the finish after 4 tough days. It's a good feeling to get to the Gushterica finish at the iconic hill climb and just grab a beer and relax.
So let's go down to Graham Jarvis and get some thoughts from Wade Young.
Okay, well, Wade, well done, man. 4th overall. Do you think you could have done anything more than you did? Did you have any major issues?
No major issues, just better with a bit of rhythm on the first 2 days, but yeah, I tried hard. The guys are obviously pushing a good pace, so well done to them. Yeah, this last section a little bit crazy. My bike's been a one piece all weekend until I got here, so
every little bit makes a difference, every little mistake, it's getting harder every year, everybody's getting faster.
Yeah, I think it's just also like just in the hard sections, like just not messing up, you know, carrying that speed, not stopping, you know, that flow, good traction.
In the end, it's the consistency over the 4 days, just everything a little bit adds up, but you've done all you can. How tired are you?
I'll be honest, I was a lot tired on the first day. I've recovered since during the race, so I actually feel okay.
Yeah, that's good. Well done, man.
Cheers,
nice done.
So great to see some reflections from Wade there, and that day one definitely was a brutal day, Santi. A lot of the riders just all of them saying it's probably one of the toughest days that they've had on a bike.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. And I've talked to the guys and they were like, they're always expecting the first day to be the hardest, but I think they never expected it to be this hard.
You know, this Red Bull Romaniacs is a true testament to human and machine resilience. And Wade's saying there that his bike has been perfect until getting here, because probably we just where he saw him throwing it down that ledge. But you know, you have to look after your bike through the 4 days in the mountains, and with all the obstacles that they have to get through, you don't want to risk sort of breaking a brake lever or you damaging a back wheel, and you have to just look after your machinery as well as your body. Oh, that's a super run up this hill climb, and there's that big step that we were talking about. Oh, yeah. That step there. Oh, oh, shame. Just lost all his momentum a little bit there, but where that ledge is, there is a vertical ledge, and that's where we were talking about earlier, where Manny just soaked up that ledge so that it didn't give him any air time to get the tires back on the ground and get the drive back up of there. So if you enjoy riding your dirt bike and you've never been here before and you're considering it, I can tell you it is probably one of the best experiences that you'll have on a dirt bike, riding through the Carpathian Mountains here in Romania. So don't be scared to come and have a look and see how you can test yourself against the elements. So Mishi Volkner making his way up this hill climb. Go boy! Oh, it's going to be a little difficult from there because it's still on the steep section. He hasn't quite made it up to where that rut is, Santi, where you can ride it out.
Yeah, it's probably a meter push, but then I think he'll manage to get out of it. Now the last meter is pedaling up and straight into the downhill.
This year's event, we had 64 nations from around the world to come and compete at this event of Red Bull Romaniacs, which is quite a feat, Santi. It's the biggest event in Romania where there's been so many nations participating. The Iron and Atom riders had a little bit of a later start this morning, so they didn't have to wake up for their 4 a.m. breakfast. They should be in the arena pretty soon, and it's going to be great to see the riders from those classes in the finish line here. Things are starting to heat up here now at the finish here in Guștărița. Plenty people coming in to see, and the temperature is rising, and it's a beautiful day out here.
Michael Volkner just hitting the last
So here we go,
jump.
let's bring him home. Michael Volkner, outstanding ride for Michael, finishing in 5th place overall.
Well done.
The youngsters, Mitch Brightmore, should be coming in fairly soon. Mitch is the leader of the Junior FIM Hard Enduro World Championship. So we'll see him in the finish line here fairly soon. But let's go down to Graham. Graham is down in the finish line with Michael Volkner.
Okay, man, well done. Good job, got to the finish, but they always say, you know, the last days, you always think it's going to be a bit easier, but how was it?
Yeah, I also expected a more easier day, but it was quite hard because we had to go up and down all the time from the start on, so it was quite intense. And yeah, I feel the body, I feel that we are already 4 days behind the bars, and yeah, it was quite a hard day today.
Is there anything you could have done more, do you think? Any big problems?
Not really big problems, but yeah, just made some small mistakes, but not big ones. So I'm happy with my riding.
And did you recover from the first day okay, or you was feeling it?
Yeah, for me, from the second to the third day was the hardest because we was out there and we had to fix the bike and not too much sleep. But yeah, all in all, now I'm so happy to be in the finish because I'm...
Good job, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, high fives there, high fives from Sonny. He's almost in the finish line, absolutely stoked. Here he goes, he hits the freestyle jump. Yeah, Sonia.
A little stoppage just to get through the finish and get it done with these 4 tough off-road days.
So happy to be here in the finish. Can't believe what his achievement is, it looks like.
Shaking his head, probably thinking about all these crazy stuff he has done these past days.
Here he goes. Nice riding there. Nice riding, Matthew.
Yes.
You can see there's even a bit of a ledge developing there on the exit to that. So that was great riding by Matthew. Regal Racing going to be really happy with Matthew's result. He is a youngster up and coming in the ranks and really representing his team well here at the Red Bull Romaniacs, as well as the other hard enduro events through the year. We're also waiting for Paul Torres to come down here into the finish arena. Paul is riding on that big 700 Tenere in the silver class. So we have one of the electric bikes here now at the hill climb. This year we had somewhat of a test event for the electric motorcycles, and we have one of their riders here at the hill climb. This is definitely an innovation in the sport and something that we are pretty excited to see what the future holds for them, because you know, we've seen Teddy Blazuziak. He is riding for the Stark Electric Motorcycle Company on the Stark Vog, and it's going to be good to see them participating against the other bikes in this event in the future to come. So here we go, let's see, here he goes.
Not much sound to it, but a lot of
Look how
throttle.
fast it is. Wow.
Whoa.
Really, wow, really good attempt there.
Wow, did you see the speed going up there?
The acceleration and
It's
it's
from 0
unbelievable.
to 100 real quick.
And these bikes are fully tunable and fully customizable to your own rider preferences, and they actually have a smartphone that you mount on the handlebars, much the same way that you mount your GPS in a sort of a rubber mount, and you can fully customize the bike on the fly to choose how much power, how much torque, how much drive that you want to get out of it. And here he goes again. Come on, boy, get up over that ledge. Oh, see, it's just
not quite.
If you just don't get that extra meter, then you're going to come tumbling down. We're going to go down to Martin Freinademetz, who is with our top 3 down in the finish line.
So while we are preparing some champagne in the background, I have 2-3 small questions. What was your favorite section of this race?
The final flag.
Final here.
No, the flag.
Ah, the flag.
Yeah,
the
the jump. Okay, the jump before the final. This was my favorite one.
How did you like bedtime alarm?
I hope it's not in next year if it's wet. If it's dry, maybe it's possible, but yeah, it was a pretty hard one, I think, for everybody.
Yeah. So when we talk about hard, this is what you wanted, right?
Yeah, I love it. But was too much. Bedtime alarm, no, is the name?
Yeah.
I didn't know the name. Ah, fuck. It was insane. Yeah, I enjoyed a lot LIVEmaniacs yesterday. I think was one of my favorite uphills ever. Super fun, especially the downhill, like Andorra terrain, all the loose rocks. We had a big battle in the first lap going down. Yeah, super fun.
So I'm glad there's a lot of smiling faces, because I was a little bit worried I could get beaten up. And I always say, if I make it up somehow, you are good enough to make it up in wet. And yeah, enjoy the champagne. Congratulations. Looking forward to see you next year. We go scout for some new heavy sections.
So there you go, some celebrations there in the finish line with Martin Freinademetz and
A nice
Santi.
little champagne shower.
Yeah, champagne shower, which is always great.
Definitely.
Santi, it's been great to have you in studio with me and get you insights on all the different racetracks. You and your track managers work tirelessly out there, and well done to you for putting on a great show for all these guys.
Thank you very much.
We know
for
how
having
much
me.
hard work you do.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us here for the Leatt LIVEmaniacs through the last couple of days here at the 21st edition of Red Bull Romaniacs. If you're sitting on the couch and you want to come and join, get your dirt bike, wait for the entries to open and get down here. I promise you, you'll have one of the experiences of a lifetime. Thank you once again, and we look forward to seeing you for the 2025 edition of Red Bull Romaniacs.